The soundtrack of your day.
I could be a fantasy. I could tell you got beat energy.
This is Power 95, where music lives. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And we are back on the inside for another ladies' room. It is Wednesday, February 23rd. What's going on with my logs? It's coming off. Good morning, everybody. How y'all keeps? Everybody good? Good morning, ladies and problems. Hope all is well wherever you are. Good morning. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Christelle. Christelle, you were missing yesterday. It was saying you were usually at the top yesterday. I did not see you. So I'm seeing Andrea first this morning. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Sugar Bay. Good morning, Shelly, Marion, Ayadel. Good morning, Roseanne. Good morning, Jeneline. How is everyone doing today? Good morning, Della. This birthday lady just came in. Good morning, Della. Good morning, Christelle. Again, you came in late. Well, I didn't see you. Folks on the live, please share it and join me in wishing Della Fletcher a happy birthday. One of my very good friends, and of course, Della is like, I swear, a member of staff, who doesn't get paid. She's always on power, and we want to thank you for, your loyalty and support over the years. She's always here at home, at work. Imagine Della has her mom right up there in age listening to Power 95, so Della is definitely an extension of Power. She represents all the time. So happy birthday, Della Fletcher, and of course always in the room. So guys, just wish Della happy birthday for me. All right, thank you so much. Smiley, good morning. Wendy Samuel, good morning. Narissa Lloydris Murray, good morning. Karine, good morning. Lydia, good morning. Queen Bee, good morning. I am so happy that from today onwards, I'm only going to be wearing colors. I was almost tempted to put on my wings this morning, put on my mask headpiece on my wings. That's how happy I am. Listen, it's been a while since I've been this happy. I'm happy, but to get good news, and getting that bit of news yesterday that we're back in full effect. Spice Month, that was just what we needed to hear. So y'all imagine this. Imagine carnival and election, or election and carnival, whichever comes first. Imagine back to back. So if boss decides to ring the bell immediately after carnival, back to back. Listen, Lydia, imagine the boss decides to ring the bell back to back. Hey, it's a waste in the stadium, it's mass, Imagine a rally, a place to go. All the way outside. Listen, outside never looked and felt better. Imagine we getting some election rallies and motorcades and, artists on stage, and we have carnival. Boy, we outside. Listen, I don't need no negativity in my life right now. I've been trying to avoid negativity for the longest while. So with y'all coming with trying to politicize carnival, we're not here for that. Carnival has never been about politics, and I'm not interested in any politics talk surrounding carnival. Over the years, we have carnival. If you have your old mass, or you have the March Gras, sing about politics. But outside of that, I am not interested in hearing anything to do with and reasons. I don't care. I really don't care. Even if it was for that reason, I don't care. We've been with all this for 2 years. Y'all, when they said no mass, y'all still was playing Juve and Jab. Nobody couldn't stop you from doing it, right? So now that they've given us the right away, the green light to have and play mass, I don't want to hear nothing about politics and carnival. All I'm concerned about is my feathers and being on the road, according to my friend Selvon, modeling and having a good time. I'm not interested in the who, where, when, what, whys. I don't care. So please stay out of my inbox with any reasons. I don't care about the reasons. It could be for that reason. I don't care. We've had 2 whole years. This has played on our psyche. There are people who, short of a breakdown, one will just a little to take them over the edge. That's how much you miss socializing and folks miss coming home. And folks, it's not just a wine and jam and have a good time. There are people who depended on that seasonal activity to send their children to school, to put some money in their bank accounts. So it's not just looking at it from, oh, you get to wine and have a good time and drink rum and fall down and play the fool. A lot of people depended on it. Hotels, Airbnbs, hairdressers, rentals, stores, boutiques, makeup artists, just about name it, the spin-off. And imagine something that you relied on for years. You knew it was there and you benefited from it. And then for 2 whole years, you don't have, there's no way of getting that extra income. And sometimes that's all you relied upon. As a makeup artist, that's what you do when you get an extra boost, because not going on the road with your face looking hijacked. Face got to be like beat to the gods. So a lot of them depended on that, and having that taken away from them, it really, really affected people. So sometimes people talk about things, and because it doesn't affect them in any way, shape, or form, they don't care. But they say who feels it knows it, and there are people who have been affected. Even radio stations, we rely on advertisement. As much as I come here and talk and laugh and have a good time, talking alone doesn't pay the bills, doesn't pay my loans, doesn't take care of me. We need activities, we need advertisers and all of that. So the radio station doesn't run on solar power, doesn't run on water. We don't have solar panels on the building. We have to pay electricity. Staff have to be paid. They have to pay rent. We have to do things. So we rely on activities. And so the spin-off promoters going to put on activities. They're going to advertise. We're going to get money in their pocket because, I'm sure if I come here and I pin my Cash App, if I get $100, I get a lot. So, it's not just about, the politics side of it. It is really needed. You can't survive without money. Hate it or like it. You need it to survive. Got to pay the bills. Right? So we outside. If you don't want to be inside, stay inside and leave those who want to be outside, and stop stressing people and putting politics and everything. Time and place. Time and place. All right? So let's just understand time and place for everything. We have a bit of both right now because we're in an election season, so you're going to have that. But certain things should not be politicized. Time and place. All righty? So just thought I'd let y'all know that. Time for the politics, we're going to deal with it. But all for now, I don't need the negativity. All right? We outside. That's all. Whether you see me whining or not, I'm outside. Whether I choose to whine is not your business, but we outside. Okay? We understand? We good? Comprehend? Capiche? Can we move on now to the topic? All right, great. Can I get some thumbs up? Do I need to further say more? Are we good? We understand. Can I get some outside, some thumbs up on the live? So we've gone. All right, thank you. So it seems as though people just having sex these days and procreating, and y'all didn't have a plan. Y'all just having sex and y'all don't even have conversations. We just having sex and just having children, and then children have to be brought up into all sorts of adult nonsense. That's what we're doing, right? Someone says, "Dear ladies' room, my boyfriend and I just got into an argument over his ex, whom he asked to be our child's godmother without consulting me. He claims it's not a big deal and says I'm making this an issue. My question is, would you ever ask your ex to be your child's godparent without consulting the other parent?" Your man out of place. Off the bat, let's just get it out of the way. He's out of place. Why I'm going to say he's out of place and disrespectful to tell you it's not a big deal? For one, that's his ex. That's not your ex or not your friend. I can understand if you all have, a good friendship, right? Even though you know that's his ex, y'all still talk, they've moved on, he's moved on, you don't have a problem, nice little relationship, friend relationship thing going on. That's okay. But it's disrespectful to just tell your ex without even consulting. You don't even ask, hey, how you feel about this? This is your child. The child belongs to the both of you. How y'all just making decisions without consulting the other about your child or not caring how the other person feels? Especially if it's a relationship where there's bad blood and you feel a type of way about the ex. Why would you just give your ex the opportunity to be a child godmother without consulting your child's mother? Why do people think it's not a big deal? Some might say, you know what? Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to her. And some might say, oh, it's petty. Yeah, well, it's petty to you, but I mean, at the end of the day, you want some saying as to who is in your child's life. I mean, how would you feel though if her ex-boyfriend, y'all don't get along, and she asked him to be the child's godfather? We're just out here creating problems for no reason. I mean, we seem to forget that communication, and this is something that I've learned, and it's something we know, but we don't use it enough. Communication could solve a whole lot of problems, because this right here was a problem that the both of you could solve without it getting to a point where you're arguing over it. A simple, hey, our child has to, christening coming up, we need to godmother, let's say Sheena is the ex. What do you think about Sheena being the child's godmother? And then I will let you know how I feel about it. If I'm in agreement, or I'm kind of off, considering me and Sheena ain't cool like that, I'll have a problem. But get my thoughts on it, get my opinion on it. It's not like you're just gonna buy a bag of ice down the road and it don't matter what's the shape of the ice. These things are very sensitive. And I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with you asking or having the conversation. It is disrespectful, especially if we're not cool like that. How do you not discuss, hey, I'm asking my ex Sheena to be godmother to our child, knowing fully well myself and Sheena, we don't have a good relationship. We're not cool like that. But you don't think it's a big deal anyways. So you're just gonna ask her regardless of how I feel, and you probably know how I feel about Sheena. But hey, you couldn't care less because it's what you want. You want your ex to be part of your child's life, and you don't think it's important to consult me, to ask me my feelings or my opinion on it. It's not your child alone, it's our child. How would you feel if homegirl said, you know what, I'm gonna ask my ex-man to be the child godfather, knowing that you and the ex-man don't get along, you don't like him, y'all have beef? How would you feel if I went behind your back and say, hey, I've told John to be your child's godfather? Would you just chill and say, you know what, no big deal? Would you be okay with that? There's nothing wrong, because there are relationships where you move on, but you're still cool with the person. Not all relationships end in bad blood. Not all relationships end with you not speaking or not being on speaking terms with the person you've dealt with. And sometimes, you remain friends after you realize, a relationship isn't for us, but we make good friends. So I come into your life and I meet you with a friend, and we all get along. That's a different situation, and nothing wrong. I mean, if you realize the person has the attributes to be a good godmother, could step in and help, or be a good role model, whatever, to your child, that's fine. But it's just the principle of the matter. It's the principle. And nothing wrong with you asking your ex to be your godmother or godfather, but it's just a principle. If we all get along, it's okay. But if we don't, it's disrespectful. At least ask her thoughts on it. You don't just go behind someone's back and say, hey, I'm making my ex child godmother, and I don't care how you feel about it. Communication is everything, everything. Because a lot of times, I'm sure if we look back at certain situations and arguments we had, if only we communicated before, it wouldn't result in an argument. If only we communicate, and not just communicate, but communicate effectively. Y'all could be friends. He could be friends with his ex, but I'm not friends with the ex. It's also my child. You know what I mean? So, um, and the part about it is him not seeing it as a big deal. That is very red flaggish. You not seeing that as a big deal, that she shouldn't feel a type of way that you made your ex. I mean, at the end of the day, we all grown people, but we all aren't friends. Maybe I'm not cool with her like that. You are, I'm not. This is our child, not your child. Let me hear what this person's saying. Y'all could chime in. What are your thoughts? What do you guys think about it? Is she wrong for feeling a type of way? Is she being petty by feeling the way she feels about it, that he should have consulted her before? Or is it not a big deal? Is it his child so he can do whatever? What do you guys think? 440-9595, that's the WhatsApp number. You can send me a message, a voice note, or you can call that number. As a man or a woman, how would you feel if that happened to you? Because she wants to know how, if she was wrong.
Wine this year. I just drink what red wine, eh? So I want that red wine.
Listen, you moving you on your wine. We'll drink wine carnival time when the road drinking wine. I mean, in talk it because I probably do that. This person here said that's not cool. Tell her it's your cousin. Like, really? Someone says forget consulting, won't think of it, period. Total disrespect, especially by not consulting you. To me, like, he's not with her, he's not through with her, and is just trying to keep her close, and on that level seems to be communicating a lot. That's a red flag. I kind of had that thought here, but I'm like, you know what, let me not go there. Someone says forget about how she feels. What about if the ex grudging because she thinks the child should have been hers, so the child gotta be in harm's way? Nah, he's out of order. Not a big deal. I mean, how do you tell somebody that's not a big deal? It may not be to you, but it's to her. At least respect her feelings. Someone says he's very disrespectful. There's nothing wrong being friends with an ex, but there should be boundaries, and this one crossed the boundary. Total disrespect and disregard to his girlfriend. Another person says that's a no, that's not happening. Let me hear. Someone says your boyfriend is too bright and out of place. Godmother role isn't a joke, and this is a conversation she should have had with you. Even if you and the ex are on speaking terms, you shouldn't take it for granted that this is the person you would want to take care of your child should you, God forbid, not be around to raise your child. Communication is key. Stop causing unnecessary stress and discomfort in relationships by moving like you have the only say. And that to me is a cause of a lot of problems in relationships. We don't consider the feeling of the other person. It's only how you feel, how it makes you feel, and we don't stop and think, okay, I wonder how I feel if I did that, or I wonder how she'll feel if I did that. There's no pause. It's about what you want and how you feel. I mean, selfishness has no place in a relationship. It has absolutely no place in a relationship. Someone says inappropriate and out of order. He wants a reason to go by the ex when bring the baby to see her. I don't want to go there. I really don't want to go there, but y'all going, so I'm gonna follow you along. Jerry Batiste says only if she and my woman are good friends, and that's what I'm saying. We all know how women are. Not every ex you're friends with or you want to be friends with. You could be cool with her, but we as a collective, we are not cool. All three of us aren't cool. I respect your friendship with her, but that's it. I don't want to be friends with your ex. So the two of you are cool and I'm okay. But that does not give you the right to say, hey, I'll just make this person the godmother of my child, regardless of how my girl feels about it. How did you not see something is wrong with that, though? Juanita said it seems that this person is very inconsiderate. Somewhere something more is going on. If you felt that it would be a good feeling there, all the more you would talk to her first. I think that he wants this baby lady to be considered part of their lives. Maybe he wanted a child with her and couldn't, so this is where she fits in. How do you not see something is wrong there? Roger says seems to be a power play going on here. When the man asserts dominance without need for communication, is he feeding off the energy she gives? In local parlance, monkey know what tree to climb. I mean, energy or no energy, to me there are some things that are like black and white. Something like this to me is black and white. This is a no-brainer to me. You just it's not even something we should be having a conversation about. That you just ups and decide, you know what, I'm gonna make this person my child godmother and not consult the mother of the child about it, and then have I'm not hearing myself. Hold on. And then have the testicular fortitude to say, you don't see it as a big deal. Like, how you don't see it as a big deal? It's not, and he says you're making it an issue. How do you not see this as a big deal is what I want to know. How do you just get up one day and say, you know what, I'm going to make Jill the godmother of little Tommy, and don't say a word to little Tommy's mother. But Jill knows. Tommy's mother doesn't know. And I don't need to speak to her because I'm the father, I'm the man in this relationship. I can do whatever I want. And then say to little Tommy's mother, it's not a big deal. You're making this an issue. So she wants to know, would you ever ask your ex to be your child's godparent without consulting the other parent? Regardless of friends or no friends, isn't that something people discuss? Y'all don't discuss who's going to be the godparents to your children? Y'all just get up and decide on your own? That's what y'all doing?
Aruna morning.
Hey, morning.
Aruna, it don't matter how you turn that story left, right, center, back, up, down, across, whatever angle. That is total disrespect.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyhow you turn it is total disrespect, because at the end of the day, if you have to make a decision to have a godmother or a godfather, you're supposed to consult whoever you're living with. In case something happens, you know that whoever is responsible for that child after, right, is somebody you trust.
That's what I'm saying.
So it doesn't matter however you turn the story, I just told that big disrespect. But these days, the generation as these days, we have a lot of grudge, a lot of envy, so it will create problems. But it's a total big disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Have a good one. Mm-hmm. I'm always happy when the men speak up on issues like these. Like, homeboy just woke up one day and chose violence. You know, it's like, you know what, I couldn't care less. Let me get up today and I'm going to choose violence over peace. So I'm going to ask my ex to be my child godmother. And I couldn't care less how the mother feels about it. So today I'm going to choose violence. Whatever comes, I'm going to deal with it. Why do you just get up and choose violence, bro? Rihanna says we have to agree on the godparents. He has to come and tell me and it will still be a hell no. So this man is too bright. Why must I accept you using your ex-girlfriend for my child's godmother? So he knows what the role and responsibility of a godparent are. As someone who is it a catechist or baptism instructor? This is not a pleasant view. Did I pronounce it right? Catechist, I think that's all. Anyways, let the mom choose her godmother, someone she believes will have a child's interest at heart. But this ex needs to take away herself. It's total disrespect. I mean, I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but there's no getting around it. Someone says it's very disrespectful and he really needs to have a convo because this would be real problems and backlash to it. An ex is an ex for a reason. Keep the boundary. Like, how do you not see something wrong with that? So that's why I tell you, when you think you have problems, others have more than you do, because this could be avoided. This could be avoided. A simple, hey, what do you think of Jill being the godmother to our child? It depends on what she says, yeah or nay. Then you work with that. But to think it's okay to go behind her back and do it, and then call her petty and making it a big deal, and it's not that serious, and you're making this an issue. It's not an issue for you because you are the one okay with it. That is your ex-girlfriend. Y'all are cool. We are not cool. And even if we are, you still have to at least say something to me before telling Jill she could be the godmother to our child. You still have to communicate that to me. Even if we're all cool, we all have a good relationship, I'm aware that's your ex, and we still have high and by situation or whatever relationship we have, you still have to say something. Good morning.
Morning. He's a little bit out of step. I've got 5 children,
Mhm.
and I never choose a single godmother. Right? My wife chooses a godmother. Of course, we consulted who they are,
Mhm.
whatever, and I feel she more in tune with her girlfriends, and she know who they are, how
Mhm.
careful they are, etc. I chose a godfather as well. Even then, I still consulted with her. John will be. I like John to be first one godfather, etc. And we agreed on this thing. I think it was basically you have so much things that are avoidable. We do
Mhm.
not we do
That's
not
the
go
word.
we do not go looking for trouble. You avoid trouble at all costs in every part of life. I take the path of least resistance. Once I can take it, I take it. I do not confront you. I do. You look like you want to hit me. I am likely to leave and go because I don't want you to hit me, and then I have to reply.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
these are things we in relationship. That is a simple one. You really
It is.
he
It's a
really step out.
no-brainer. Like, I mean,
Yeah. He step out on a limb there, and no, he really should reconsider. As a matter of fact, go back with her, tell her watch, straighten that up. You don't
yeah,
like it,
yeah.
and then tell the other lady she does
Right.
not like
She's
it.
not comfortable with the idea.
Yeah, you are
Mhm.
actually you two are living together. You're not living with an ex. The home is there. All the time you could argue with me any how you want, any way you want. I don't care. Once I'm happy home. The home is the place that is my sanctuary.
Exactly.
So once I'm happy
So you're
there,
choosing violence in your home.
yeah, no man, I'm not looking I'm not looking for fight. I don't like fights. You should reconsider. You have enough time to reconsider.
Yeah, I suggest you do that. Let
Yeah.
peace reign, man.
Yes, man.
All righty.
Take
Thanks
care.
much. Roger is making a very important point here. He says it's funny how we go about our lives without communicating and expect the other person to understand our point of view on things. We are just supposed to assume what is acceptable for someone. It's funny how we go about our lives without communicating and expect the other person to understand our point of view on things. We are just supposed to assume what is acceptable for someone. And that is not right. That's not fair. It's like you telling me what I should accept without asking how I feel about it. You're out of pocket.
Good morning, Aruna. For me, that's as a guy, that for me, that's a very disrespectful thing. Because how you gonna feel the same way if she do that to him? In the first place, you don't have to go. Why your ex? Why you have to choose your ex? You love your ex, or you and your ex have something going on
Some
between
plan.
your relationship with the baby mother? No, that's not right. Something going on besides you want the child to be godmother. No, so most time people have like the best friend or somebody who really want to know in case something happened to all to take care of the child. So why you choose your ex? Because and you don't tell her anything and then you still want to be wrong. No, that's a very disrespectful thing.
Mm-hmm. X is an example of what not to do. So what's an X for me? That's what X means for me. An example of what not to do or who to be with again. Good morning.
Hello?
Hi, morning, you're live.
You know, all these people falling on and dying.
And all is still causing problems.
All these people fall.
And all
Listen,
you're
listen.
still
People,
causing
people
problems.
falling on and dying on no
And all you're
girl.
still causing
Let me tell
problems.
you something. People just falling down. You
Mm-hmm.
do so and before you turn, somebody fall down and dead.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Before you see somebody picture on Facebook, when you think they're wishing them happy birthday, the first thing we're looking for now is RIP. You understand? I mean, everybody just falling down and dying. What if everybody want to live in love? What? Let me just live now.
No, they like confusion. I'll
Let me
just
just
get up
live
and
in
choose
love.
violence. I'll
Let me
just get
tell you
up and choose
something.
violence.
Let me just live in love now, girl. Let me tell you something. Everybody is one. Everybody nice.
We
No
want to be nice, but
biggie.
y'all making it hard.
No biggie. So what? My godparent will be around. I don't even know who my godparents is. I forget them since I was about 3 years old.
It
Since
should
I
not.
was about 3 years old, I don't
I
know
can't
that.
remember who mine is for real, you know.
Right. Right. So we making all that noise for?
Listen,
We don't know. Hey, let me tell you something, man. We don't know. We don't know when we go fall down. You know, we have to stop that.
in the meantime, let peace reign. Don't
You know,
don't hasten my
I
demise.
I have a few godchildren. You understand?
Have
And
about 20.
I just try my best to be in all of them lives, but the fact of the matter is I can't remember most of them. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? I don't even know who I can't even remember some of my children godparents. I can tell you.
Have about 20 something godchildren. I ain't
Right.
lying.
Right. And let me ask you something. Any other godchildren you have,
Mhm.
you and the parents, where you and the parents just see every day, or they just
No,
talk
I have some godchildren. Me and the parents ain't even like cool like that. Next minute, I have some godchildren where the godparents call me after the fact and tell me, "Oh, last week Sunday was a child christening, and I put you down." You know.
So what we fussing about?
What do you mean to put me down?
Some
I'll put you
people
as a
decide to
godmother.
take
I ain't
some
even
people
reached the church yet. You know what? I'll put you down.
Lord, some people decide to make the thing nice and say, you know what? Let me keep it to somebody I know. You know, it's a love. It's a one love. You know, nobody talking about no intentions and nothing. It's just a one love. It's a one love.
Well, what happened if the ladies don't have any sort of love or like that for the ex? Sometimes it's there's bad blood there. There's no
One love,
happy
one
home there.
heart. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One love. Let me just get together.
It would
and
be
feel
one
all
love
right.
if only consulted her prior to letting the lady know. It would be one love, but now it's war. If you say war, what is some rumors of war? War in the east, war in the west, war down
Nah,
south.
man.
So you go into Bob Marley, one love, and I go into war.
Nah, man. It's one love, one heart. Let me just get together and feel all right. This
All
not
right.
for people falling down and dying. You know what I'm saying?
No.
People falling down. So you turn twice, you ain't seeing the person. We want to be here and we balling, oh God, the body, God, it's gonna be so better. We can't even get to go to the funeral when somebody dead these days. You have to
Nah,
be
right now they open up the place. You could go no limit on funeral and gatherings. You could
I
have
know.
big thing now.
But for the last 2 years, you have to be a member of a special 10. You have to be a member of a special, of an elite 10 to go to a funeral. What we doing?
To be honest, I didn't vex, because I'm glad them people didn't invite me to wedding and everything and them because wedding is
Come
expense.
now, man.
The 10
Oh,
was
God.
working for me.
No, come now, man. Oh,
My
God.
phone
Don't let me
battery's
do that, man.
dying. I need to put the WhatsApp. All righty. Thanks so much.
All right. Let me love.
All right. Y'all need to contribute to the love, though. You can't call for love when you're looking for war. I mean, don't work like that. I am trying to find the charger for the online WhatsApp before the phone dies. I think I'll make it before. Anyway, yeah, we understand the whole love thing, but it's the principle. You can't just call for love when people are adding to war. At the end of the day, you can't just say, "Oh, I'd let it slide because of love," when you feel a particular way about somebody being your child's godmother. Monty said there's something more going on there. This is not a logical step from a man in a healthy relationship. Something is missing to the story. It's not a logical step to take in a healthy relationship, and that's not the posture of a man functional relationship. There may be some open wounds and grievances present. Consider everything else, there are little things that contribute and there are things that we may not be aware of. But to me, this one is kind of cut and clear. There's no, red and greens and yellows here. To me, it's black and white. If you're going to do something like that, you consult the person you're with. You will have a conversation with them, But just going behind the person's back and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna let my ex be godmother to this child," without saying anything to the child's mother, that's a no. We can't do those things. We need to communicate better. We can't just get up and decide, you know what, hey, that's what I want and this is how I feel. That's how we have problems in relationship these days. It's everything is about what people want, what I me want. And if I don't get it, it's a problem. We don't consider other people's feelings anymore. We don't consider our partner's feelings anymore. It's how I feel, what I want, when I want it. And we wonder why we have problems. Most of the scenarios we've had here and people complaining, a simple conversation could solve everything. I wonder if people realize that. Like all the situations that we had for the past couple of weeks, a conversation, an effective conversation, and not communicating to be right or to be whatever, But just laying your points on the table, allowing the other person to lay their points on the table, taking from it, and not seeing it as, an attack on you, or coming down on you. Because there are some people in a relationship with them and you can't tell them anything. They see it as you attacking them. They see it as you coming down on them. You can't have a difference of opinion. You have to agree with everything they say, everything they want, and you shouldn't say anything. If you do, then you don't love me, you don't this, you don't that. There are so many immature people in relationships, I swear. It makes single life look so amazing. Anywho, Monty says it's never black and white. Well, in some cases they are. There are some things that don't have no set of colors. There are some things that are pretty clear cut. We are the ones who complicate. We are the ones who complicate the situation or the scenario. There are some things that are black and white, and I'm standing on that. There are some things that you don't need all the other colors for. This right here is one of them. Regardless of how whatever happening behind the scenes, whether we argue every day, you can't go to your ex and ask her to be godparent, godmother to your child without consulting her. Regardless of if we're fighting every day, regardless of how I'm telling you your eyes black or whatever, there's no excuse, so there's nothing else could contribute to that. It is a simple principled matter that if you're going to make somebody the godmother of your child, it's something that both parents should have a say in. And if for whatever reason the person decides, you know what, I don't want to have a say, just choose whoever you want to choose, that's something different. But if you know they feel a particular way, I don't see it as a problem to say, hey, I think Jill will make a good godparent. What do you think? Or she thinks this person will make a godparent, and ask him, what do you think about it? And then you collectively decide, okay, we have 10 names, but we can only choose 3. So let's decide on which 3 works for us. There are some men who don't care. They just show up at the church or wherever. Whoever the mother decides is the godparent, that's what he goes with. There are some men who don't care about those things. And there are others who want to have a say. Or there are some mothers who probably say, I don't care, you choose. But when you do realize that the both of you care about it, that's when you have the conversation and decide, you know what, this is who I want, and this is who I don't want. What do you think of this one, or what do you think of that one? To me, that's black and white. I don't see the colors there. I honestly don't. I don't know. Someone says poor communication. Effective communication is always a key, and it's not just it's not just communication, but effective communication. Effective communication where we're both on the same page, because we could communicate, but we're going in different directions. We're pulling and tugging, and at the end of the conversation, we're nowhere close to having some sort of resolution. So it is effective communication where we both can agree and we're both on the same page. So it's not just communicating for communicating's sake. There's some communication that you talk, and you never come to some sort of understanding, and just back and forth, back and forth. It's finding the same ground, common ground, something you both agree on, willing to give and take, willing to realize, hey, this is what I like, but maybe I could bend a little here and give in here, or I can take back here, I can put in there, whatever. It's not about being selfish and just what you want. Because if you're communicating and you're not prepared to bend, and you're just interested in what you want and having your needs fulfilled and what you want, if it doesn't materialize, we still have a problem. It's being able to be flexible and understand, hey, you know what? I may have won this, but I'm willing to bend, I'm willing to take back this person, I'm willing to do this, I'm willing to do that. It's being flexible. So it's not just communicating. We can all communicate. People talk all the time, but it's not just not effective, because we can't come to a resolution, and we can't find common grounds, right? So if you like that, it's going to cause a lot of conflicts. You have to be willing to bend and adjust. You have to be. It can't be all about you and me, and I, and what I want. Just can't. Let me hear, Monty, what you're saying before we go.
When it comes to relationships, things are never black and white. There's no such thing, because in this scenario, the reason why I said there's more to this, you see, people fight in different ways, right? And I'm not saying that is the case, because I think this is, as you say, it is seemingly a very straightforward scenario that could be solved with communication. But this could be, as I said, because of some previous issues, it's just not a logical step for anybody in a healthy relationship to take. So it could have been something along the lines where that previously the the other party might have made a step that might have been important to this man, and they must have found it wasn't a big deal when he was saying it was, right? And this is his rebuttal, right? I'm just saying it's just not logical. Something about it. And we human beings, we're very good at giving stories, but don't give the context. You understand? Everything is based on context. I would say is wrong. You understand? Something like that, I would consult my mate. But not everybody was socialized the same way, right? So, as I think there's some more context to this.
Gotcha. My whole thing, my final word, there's just too much tit for tat in relationships. You do it, so I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna get back at you. Tit for tat. That's there's a whole lot of that in relationships. Okay. Oh well, you did that to me. All right. I'm gonna find a way to get back at you. So it's like a game. Tit for tat. You do me, I do you. So we're gonna continue to have problems if we behave like that. Sometimes you just gotta vibrate higher. You just gotta bounce higher. Sometimes you might not agree with something, but like I said, you have to be willing to be flexible. And we seem to let our immaturity show a lot of the times in relationships and situations that if we just have that, like I said before, just have that communication that is effective, it could work. Everything doesn't have to be a problem. And it's almost becoming, we're normalizing everything being a problem in relationships, and that's not good at all. That's not healthy. It's like we're making excuses for things. Oh, we're humans and that's the way we are. And no, we could vibrate higher. That would be putting us on the same level as animals. That we can't say, you know what? Maybe that is so. Maybe I feel a way about that, but hey, how about we try it that way? You know? It seems as though we've lost the whole essence of what it is to be in a relationship, being, caring about how the other person feels and caring about their happiness. I don't know. I could be wrong, but based on some of these scenarios and the amount of messages that I get in my inbox, it's like always some problem, some ego trip or something. It's always some issue, you know? And it's not even big things, it's little things. So imagine when the big things come, what happens? Anyways, I gotta go. Thank you so much, Western Union and Beacon Insurance, for making our room possible today. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. And thank you so much, everyone in the room. Hey, Alan, George, thank you. Hope you guys have a great one. Looking forward to having you back tomorrow for another show. So we'll see you then. All right.